What is data governance?
Data governance involves the management and regulation of data assets to ensure that data across an organization is accurate, accessible, consistent, and protected.
Can you explain the importance of ethical guidelines in data handling?
Ethical guidelines ensure that data is handled responsibly, protecting privacy and ensuring transparency and accountability in data processing and usage.
What measures can be taken to ensure data privacy?
Measures include enforcing strict access controls, using encryption, anonymizing sensitive data, and complying with data protection regulations like GDPR.
Describe the process of univariate analysis.
Univariate analysis involves the examination of each variable in a dataset independently to summarize and find patterns in the data using statistical techniques.
What is bivariate analysis and how is it different from univariate analysis?
Bivariate analysis explores the relationship between two variables, whereas univariate analysis focuses on one variable. Techniques include correlation analysis and regression plots.
Explain multivariate analysis.
Multivariate analysis involves examining multiple variables to understand relationships and influences among them. Techniques include multiple regression, factor analysis, and MANOVA.
What are some common methods for data cleaning?
Common methods include removing duplicates, fixing structural errors, filtering out outliers, handling missing values through imputation, and validating data accuracy.
What is a decision tree and how does it work?
A decision tree is a model used for both classification and regression that splits data into branches at decision nodes, based on feature values, to make predictions.
List some advantages of decision trees.
Advantages include ease of interpretation, handling of both numerical and categorical data, and requiring little data preprocessing.
How do you use R to create a decision tree?
In R, you can use the part or tree package to build a decision tree. Data is split based on criteria like Gini impurity or entropy to form the tree structure.
What is K nearest neighbors, KNN, and how does it work?
KNN is a simple, instance-based learning algorithm where predictions for new cases are made based on the K closest, similar cases from the training dataset.
Discuss the pros and cons of using KNN.
Pros include simplicity and effectiveness with sufficient representative data. Cons are high memory usage and significant computation time for large datasets.
Explain cross-validation.
Cross-validation is a model validation technique for assessing how the results of a statistical analysis generalize to an independent data set, typically used to prevent overfitting.
What is linear regression and what does it do?
Linear regression is a statistical method that models the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variables by fitting a linear equation to observed data.
How do you determine the best line in linear regression?
The best line minimizes the sum of the squared differences, residuals, between observed values and values predicted by the model.
What is mean absolute error?
Mean absolute error, MAE, is a measure of errors between paired observations expressing the same phenomenon. Comparisons between predictions and actual outcomes are summed and averaged.
Describe root mean square deviation.
Root mean square deviation, RMSD, is a square root of the mean of the squares of all errors. It measures the average magnitude of the error.
What is multiple linear regression?
It's an extension of linear regression that uses two or more independent variables to predict the outcome of a dependent variable.
Explain nonlinear regression and its importance.
Nonlinear regression is used when data fits to a model that is nonlinear in the parameters. It's crucial for complex data patterns that cannot be described by a straight line.
What is unsupervised learning?
It's a type of machine learning that looks for previously undetected patterns in a dataset without pre-existing labels.
List some real-world applications of unsupervised learning.
Applications include market segmentation, anomaly detection, and organizing large volumes of complex data.
What is K-means clustering?
K-means clustering is an unsupervised learning algorithm that divides a set of samples into disjoint clusters, each described by the mean of the samples in the cluster.
How do you set up Visual Studio Code and Python for data analysis?
Install Visual Studio Code, add the Python extension, and configure the interpreter. Optionally, install additional packages like pandas and matplotlib for data manipulation and visualization.
What steps are involved in cleansing Meteor data?
Steps include identifying and handling missing values, correcting typos and errors, standardizing formats, and removing duplicates.
How would you write a predictor function for meteor showers?
The function would use historical data of meteor appearances and environmental factors to predict future showers. Machine learning techniques like time series forecasting or regression could be employed.